the setting up a university to
that
get
marker.
a bunch of people.
So I look straight down the barrel.
You ready to go?
All right, well, look, let's start. When you think about leadership, what comes to your mind?
It's a good question.
Leading?
A few different words, actually. Probably responsibility, integrity, vision.
Someone that you aspire to want to be like.
We often have this idea that leaders are the people who are just like dictators, and they want to stop us from doing things and make us forces, put us into place, and make us be robots.
All this says
for me,
is what people's minds are on.
Leadership doesn't come from above. It comes from energies that are pushing you up.
Inspire confidence in someone to get something done.
It's not just about you. It's about them, the team.
Bottom line
see,
is
that's
that
what I'm
the
talking
whole
about.
can be
It's not about
greater
you, it's
than
about the
the sum
team.
of parts.
No, it's
It's
not.
important
That's what a
for
manager
generations
does.
coming through to have people ahead of them that aren't saying,
It's someone who's willing to fight.
I think walking the talk rather than just saying
Yeah, I
things
like
that you
this
don't
guy.
actually do.
I don't know what proportion of the population are cut out to be leaders, but it's probably not that many.
You see, I
Why?
believe everyone can.
Disagree with that.
I believe everyone can.
I think
I
a
do
title,
agree too.
a leadership
Totally
title,
agree.
That doesn't mean much without the right qualities.
Traditionally, when we think of a leader, we think of like a person of power
cannot-
or influence. But even at
Okay, I gotta pause it here. Okay. How long is okay? We only got like a minute left. I just gotta pause right there. There's a leadership title. I do believe it's possible that an organization could have a title that is like a leader. The problem that happens is in most like I get business. I understand it. I especially understand it from the owner entrepreneur perspective. They're really talking about the word management, and then a bunch of employees have reconcocted the term to mean what that fits like their example of like a lot of these things here are talking about like from a work perspective, like some official organization that's literally feeding you a currency so that it's literally influencing you via money and all the different interactions that are happening inside that business as a result. The people at like the top, like entrepreneurs are like starting it, they don't have any of these viewpoints, like none of them. They normally looking at a business from a very flat, simple technical means. And like they got like the different aspects of the functions of the systems. And then within inside of them, this is where all this kind of kooky behavior starts to happen, especially in all the middle management type stuff. And so I believe it is possible that you could actually have a role that you put a leader in and you have a title, leader. But the person who fills that role is never going to look like what any of these organizations ever hire as a person who is a leader. And I would imagine that many people who are leaders that are like they're donning this identity and they're moving on, they're not going to join those organizations. Maybe they will. I don't know. But that person would have to require so much latitude because the moment they run up against the reality that middle and upper management is going to stop them from what they're doing, they have like nothing but like man, this is why I wanted to get this stuff on camera. There are things that are bigger in life than business. There are things that are bigger in life than rules of an organization. A leader who is an actual leader that is connecting and meshing with people, like I was when I was 15 years old, working with the people around me. There's no job involved. There's no money involved. There's none of those things involved. There's things that are beyond all of this stuff. Like the middle managers don't seem to realize. Though there's things beyond that. When a leader runs into an obstacle where the organization itself is now the impediment, they have to burst out of the organization. This is why for like entrepreneurs and like business owners, it's questionable whether or not you can delegate the leadership functionality beyond maybe somebody at the top. And the reality is because that person has to be able to see what's going on. And then when they see that it's outside of the vision of where things are supposed to be heading, they're going to move into a different mode. They're going to move in a deconstructive mode. They're going to move in the actual direction that's supposed to happen, and they're going to bring people with them. And trust me, that will gut an organization so fast. They don't want that. Most people, if you're starting up a business, like I'm telling you right now, if you created an ice cream shop, you do not care about leadership qualities. You want to see, are people willing to make are they willing to make the ice cream day after day in the same fashion or function? Do they have maybe creative do some of the people have creative attributes? So, do more of the creative side of the house of like maybe making new flavors and maybe new packaging and come up with like innovative ideas, but that's not leading. Leading is, it might be in those regards and say, need to take, it might be that same person saying, hey, ice cream is not really, people don't really want to buy ice cream anymore. They really want, I don't know, smoothies or something like that. They need to have the latitude that if the organization says, no, you need to go over there and make chocolate chip, that's what they're looking for. Normally it's the people at the top. I say the top because it could be a small business with 3 people, 5, 10 people. They got to be able to have latitude to completely move it. So I'm very skeptical of leadership inside of an organization because at some point it explodes out. It just blows out.
You see people in tutorials, they're leading conversation or ideas.
I think that someone with an eye to humanity's problems
I agree.
Is really admirable.
Be part of the motion of humanity.
Standing up, being counted, you need brave people. And also it's exciting to be someone who
they don't have to be
tries
brave.
to make a difference.
Watching people doing great things and you just feel inspired and want to talk to them.
Yep.
And learn
Now
from
we're talking
them
about reality.
And do the same or even better things.
I think real leadership is about changing people's lives for the better.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't know who that person is, but I need to find out who that person is because they're kind of hitting it on the like that leadership for good. You shouldn't even have to say that. The fact that your definition of leadership would not automatically include the word good is problematic. You could say influence for good. Hey, that'd be great. This one was definitely a lot better. Now, what I will say about it is they never define leadership because, again, they're keeping it all super airy and fairy like everything likes to do. I don't know why. Maybe because this is an advertisement for the University of Sydney. But one thing I liked about this video was they are pointing out, they're showing the artifacts of the activity of leadership on people. And those artifacts are showing you that there's something there. There's something there. Because these people have been impacted. Again, same thing that you can see in my book. I had kind of that same realization is like, okay, is leadership real? What is it? What's influence? Well, it's like, okay, well, I've got this proverbial scar. Where did it come from? How did I get it from that person? There was other people with those people, but they didn't make an impact on me. Why did that person make an impact on me? And then you realize like, okay, there's these different things. So what I liked about this is that it definitely, it shows, I don't really care about people's opinions about it as much as you could see that they've been impacted because the reality is they did not invent the things that they're saying. None of them. Like, especially given what this says is supposedly this is interviews on the spot. These are just people's just reactions. And so maybe as they started talking, they eventually got to the point where they could say some things, maybe not intelligent about it, but they could reveal these impacts. Some of those people had clearly been touched by people in the past, and they're pulling from various things. Other people are kind of pulling from their opinion. So I thought this was pretty good.